Hey mum, welcome to your third workout option. Okay, follow the same pattern and theme as the other sessions, just with a couple more variations of exercises. So we're going to start by doing a glute bridge squeeze. Okay, so on your back, okay, feet flat onto the floor. We've done this a few times in our own sessions. You're going to bridge yourself up and then squeeze your bum as hard as you can. Give your bum a little bit of a press with your thumbs to make sure it's nice and firm. Okay, as hard as possible for 10 seconds. Give yourself a little bit of a break. It should feel like quite a relief when you stop squeezing. And you can do that 3 times, okay? 3 lots of 10 seconds squeezing there. All right, the next one is a side lying hip raise. So make sure you're on a mat or something soft. And I know this sometimes does give you discomfort, so do your best. Okay, you're going to raise up on your side, pushing through the knee, okay? Supporting yourself on your shoulder. And then from there, you're gonna raise and lower the top leg, okay? So you're just going to go 10 raises each side. Starts to activate muscles in your core and in the hips. So completing 10 on each side there. And then finally, for the warm up, you're going to go into an all fours position. Okay. So here, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're going to lift the knees off the ground a second and then push back into a downward dog. You get a nice good stretch going up the back of the legs and then transition back down. Okay, I want you to do 6 of these. You can hold the downward dog position and do a little running, marching on the spot there to stretch off one side more than the other. Okay, so you can play around with that one a little bit. Okay, so those are your 3 activation, getting ready exercises. We're then going to go into the last flow sequence that we do for that we've done before. So you're going to do a rotational step and rotational step across. Okay, and we're going to do all the different variations with the arms here. Okay, so the first one is going to be reaching up over your head and then reaching down as you step. Okay, that's variation 1. You can do 3 to 5 variations of that each side. Your next variation is to go rotational. Okay, so you're going to rotate towards that side and then rotate towards the opposite side. Again, play around with this a little bit. So you can step that way and rotate back the opposite way. And then you can also step that way and rotate the opposite way there as well. Okay, so there's no right or wrong, remember. You can follow exactly what I'm doing and then start to experiment a little bit more when you get confident. And then the last one is that lean down variation. Okay, so stepping across, leaning down to that side, stepping across in front, and then leaning to that side. Again, you can mess around with which way you lean. There's no right or wrong. And you can also change up the position. So you can see I did my hands down, but I could also do it with my hands over behind my head or reaching up above my head. That all makes it a little bit more challenging. Okay, so 3 to 5 of each of those. Okay, then going into, again, you guessed it, 3 minutes on the stairs, followed by your couch stretch for 60 seconds each side. Okay, so pause the video and then when you come back, we'll be going through the strength exercises. Okay, great job, mum. All right, straight into the first exercise. We're going to go up against the couch. So if you could do this, all right, on a bed or the couch is downstairs, that's great. So we know we've done this movement a few times. We've done it double leg quite a lot. So we know we want a nice straight line at the top. Today we're going to go single leg, okay? So single leg, 15 repetitions, so quite high repetitions. We want to make sure that when we bridge up to the top, our shin is nice and vertical. We don't want it here and we don't want it out too far. We also don't want a calf raise, all right? So we're driving through the heel. If you're ever in doubt, lift the toes up so you can really purely drive only through the heel there. Making sure you don't flare the rib cage and stick the chest out. Your hips aren't left back behind. The hips are what drives the movement, getting it nice and high there. And you're going 15. If that's too difficult to start, you can stagger your stance. So put the other foot on the ground, slightly in front of you. We've done this one before, and it will just very lightly support the emphasis on that leg. And then you can switch there. So pick your progression, 3 sets of 15 repetitions each side. You're going to pair these exercises with 2 movements. Another one which is similar to the prone band press that we did in the last workout. Palms are going to be down by your hips and your thumbs are going to be rotated up. So not that way. in which the palms are facing outwards, but your shoulders are rounded forward. You're going to open your arms up. Think about sticking your chest out. All right, palms are going to go out to the side, wrists are going to go out to the side. All right, from here, we're going to sweep our hands forward, arms nice and straight, and then sweep our hands back. Head is slightly off the ground. If you feel it in your lower back, then give your butt a bit of a squeeze, and it will alleviate that. We should really feel this working the upper back and the shoulder blades, okay? So you're going to do 8 to 10 wipers there. And then the last movement is a side plank, okay? So this you can do bent leg here. That's one way of doing it, all right? Challenging the top hip as well. Or if you're feeling really good, you can stack the legs on top of each other or stagger them, whichever is more comfortable for you. And then we want to raise into that position there, making sure the hips are as high as possible, and we're going to hold for 30 seconds each side there. So pick your progression. So you do the hip thrust, the single leg hip thrust, the wipers, followed by the side plank, and that's one round. Rest for 60 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, and then go again, and that should take 30 minutes, okay? So that's the third of your workout variations. Again, let me know how you get on and if we need to make any adjustments.